Asiah, what are you doing? You got 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, so this is running up right now. What do you think you have in an hour?
You're going at 5, 4, 3, 2.
I am Asiah White reporting to you live from the Tea Party. Hi guys, we're back after this long 3-week break. We've been gone. Wow, that thing was just... We've been gone and we're so glad to be back. But today we're doing story time, and it's about the time I caught my boyfriend cheating. But anyways, on a lighter note, I put on Snapchat a couple days ago, like, can someone send me flowers? So yesterday, my security calls me downstairs and they're like, Asiah, you need to come down here right now. We need you right now. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I didn't think I did anything, but then I had a delivery. Someone sent me flowers and it's the cutest thing ever, and I'm so excited because I have roses. Like, do you guys see that? So this happened a couple years ago. I had this boyfriend I got a couple years ago, and I thought I was so in love. He was a basketball player and he had games and stuff. So like, we would go to the games and I'll chill with my family, my friends and stuff at the games. He had a best friend that set us up, and rule number 1, don't believe the best friend thing unless they've been friends for a long time and there's never been anything like that. Really pay close attention to the best friend things, because that's your sign number 1. So he had a best friend and she set us up, and I kind of knew the girl. So we stopped talking on and off because of the best friend. So it was like she either was doing too much posting on Twitter, or it was just a bad thing. So we stopped talking a lot of times. So it was pretty much a on and off type of relationship. So we finally got back together and we thought this was going to work. So now at this point we're like, it's going to work, we're going to make it work. Everything was peaches and cream. It was like one of the best things ever. I helped him with like homework, or I helped him when it came to like scholarships for college and applying to college and resumes and stuff like that, because I felt that type of way. I'm like, he has to be successful just as much as I'm going to be successful. So it was a mutual agreement. Well, this all turned downhill. I have a friend, and we're gonna call her Melissa. When my friend Melissa came to me or whatever, and you know, the boy, we're gonna call him my boyfriend, we're gonna call my boyfriend Jeremy. So Jeremy and I were together, and I had a friend named Melissa. So Melissa was kind of like Jeremy's ex, kind of sent me some messages. Pause, rewind. I was at one of Jeremy's games, and we were waiting for him to come out, and when he comes out, a girl slaps him. As soon as he comes out. My first instinct, of course, this is my boyfriend. I'm like, oh, hecky no. I'm running. Jeremy mom handled it. It's a big fiasco. Shit goes crazy. That's pretty much that. So I'm like, why is she slapping you? That's my ex-girlfriend. She's slapping me because she's jealous that I'm with you. And I'm like, yeah, okay. To me, I knew it was something more than that. But I was young, so I just went along with it. I'm like, okay, I believe him. Sign number 1, red flag. Next thing, I have a friend named Melissa, and Melissa told me like, Jeremy's ex-girlfriend, we're gonna call her. She, actually, I can't call her that because that is her name. Tiffany. This girl Tiffany is his ex-girlfriend, so she's like, Tiffany sent me these messages, and in the messages she shows me, and it's like them talking, and they're texting each other like, I miss you, I miss our history, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Hold on, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, because I just know this is not what I think it is. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I didn't know how to address it, because like, I'm crazy in the head. So my first instinct was to be like, I'm gonna go to his house and I'm gonna show him these messages, and I'm gonna be like, look, what is it? Because I just feel like when you catch someone off guard, they can't give you a regular response that they would off a text message. They can come up with their lie on text messaging. Well, I did it a little differently. So the girl was like, don't say anything. Tiffany's like, don't say anything, talking to my friend Melissa, because she was going to set him up. With this being said, I'm just sitting at school like, I'm about to kill him because this finna go down in the DM. So the girl, they didn't have school that day. And the day before, Jeremy was at my house and he's like, I have practice tomorrow from like 1 or 2, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he kept saying that. So when he didn't have school the next day, I'm like, oh, they must just have practice, you know, because they don't have school. So the girl's like, I'm going to his house. So Tiffany said she's going to Jeremy's house. This is my boyfriend, guys. She's going to my boyfriend's house. So I'm sitting at school trying to figure it out, but she goes and she's like, they're talking for a minute and he takes her juice. And the juice or whatever that he takes, he drinks it. She's like, why are you drinking my juice? And he's all like, cause I can't drink your juice. And she's like, you have a girlfriend. He's like, I don't have no girlfriend. He's like, I don't know where your lips been. So he's like, my lips ain't been nowhere. So he drinks the Gatorade. I get word of all this back. The girl recorded him saying all this stuff, and I'm just like, how am I going to let him know that I know? So I call him. I'm crazy. So when I call him, normally what I do is when I find something out, I don't automatically tell the person that I know. I keep it kind of under wraps, and I just kind of watch and see how everything plays out. So I call him, and it was like 3 something when I called him. Mind you, he told me he had practice from 1 to 2. So I call him, and I'm like, hey, what you doing? He's like, on my way to practice. It's like 3:30, so I'm like, why are you late for practice? I'm not. But you definitely told me that you had practice from 1 to 2. He's like, they mixed it up. It was this, da, da, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, okay. What did you drink today? Hint number 1 that I knew. So he's like, what? I'm like, what did you drink today? Gatorade. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you have a good day at practice. I'll talk to you later. So I hang up the phone. So he texted me like, since when do you care about me before practice? And I'm like, I always care about you. And so he's like, why did you ask me what I drank today? I said, I can't ask you what you drank today. Like, what? So he's acting real funny. So I ended up talking to the girl, Tiffany. And she was just like, I didn't know about you and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I've been around for a minute. So, you know, didn't know about you either. But okay, you know, we just had a conversation. So I was on FaceTime with him that night. And I was so adamant on going to his house to tell him that I didn't want to tell him on FaceTime. So we're on FaceTime, he's acting real funny. So I'm just sitting there like, what does he know? Well, apparently when I got off the phone with Tiffany, Tiffany called him and told him that she got off the phone with me. But he reminds you, he didn't say anything this whole time we're on the phone. So the next day, I wasn't able to go see him. So I just texted him like, whose number is this? It was the girl Tiffany's number. So he's like, Tiffany? I'm like, okay, so what are these messages? The messages don't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, blah, blah, blah. This was that, this was that. I was young. So we ended up having a conversation and we talked it out. Why did I let that happen? I don't know. But this is the next thing. We're going on with our relationship, trying to make things work out things. I get a call from my friend Melissa and she's like, Tiffany wants to talk to you. Lord, it's been 2 weeks and we've been doing good. What's the news now? So I get on the phone with Tiffany and Melissa and they're like, Tiffany's like, hey, I hate so, oh shit. So Tiffany's like, hey, I hate Jeremy, so I'm just gonna ruin his life. So I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And she's like, Jeremy's been talking to this girl, Lauren. Come up with a new name. So she's telling me that Jeremy and Lauren are talking and all kinds of stuff. So remind you, now I have to go back to a previous story. I checked his phone before, but I don't do phones. I don't like to check phones because I don't want to see something that I don't want to see. So it was when we first got that update. And the update where you can double tap and it shows your recent people you talked to. So I was just on his phone, but we were like taking pictures, and I was like looking through the pictures and stuff, and I saw the girl Lauren in the pictures, and I was just like, we had already gotten into an incident about her before, so I'm like, who is this? Why do you keep taking pictures with her? He's like, we're just friends. So when I made a mistake and double tapped, the recents popped up, and the girl's name was right there. But when I was in the messages, they weren't, her name wasn't there, you know? So I was like, how is her name in the recents? But I didn't say anything to him until the next day. But back to this. So she's telling me that Lauren and Jeremy are talking now. And the girl was asking for permission. So she's like, so I basically really want to ruin his life. So I just thought I should let you know. So I'm like, okay. This is my last straw, because now I've been looking stupid too many times in a row. So I hit him with that. It was right before Thanksgiving. And we were all supposed to be together all Thanksgiving, go to each other's houses and stuff. And I texted him like, you can leave my life. Everything you said is a lie. And I just really don't mess with you. So I told him that I knew and how I found out. And he's like, can I come over and see you? Can I talk to you? And I'm like, no. And I had like told his mom the whole story and everything. So she was like, oh my gosh, I am so mad. And so I was just like, yeah, that's pretty much what happened in our relationship. So even though it was kind of like this hard thing, there is no hard feelings towards him though, because we're friends now. We're super cool. Like, he can call me, I can call him like, hey, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing great. Okay, say hi to your family, you know? We don't have any hard feelings, but it was just a really messed up situation that everyone has to go through, but you have to learn how to grow through. It's one of the things. But I guess that's just how life works. But thanks guys for tuning in. But wait, one more time. Before I leave, I got this cool shirt in the mail the other day. And it's from this girl. Her name is Live So Green. So Live So Green. I think this shirt is so powerful and I love it. I also wore another shirt yesterday and it was really cool. But I think you guys should really check her out because her clothing is very cool and I think we all need one of these shirts. But guys, thank you for tuning in today. I am so excited that we're back. And next week I have a bit of a surprise for you guys. We've been working really hard on this and I can't wait to let you guys see it. Thanks guys.